Blake,
Hmm.
what do you think about the Ohio State game coming up?
I think that 6 points is kind of an insane spread. I think Ohio State will win each half by more than 6 points. I think they'll win the game by closer to 26 points than to six. Um, I think that if Bert Auburn hits his 35-yard game-winning field goal against Arizona State, then Quinn never gets his redemption, gets those last two touchdowns. And I think Texas is an even bigger underdog coming into this game. And no one has any faith in Quinn Ewers. That Bert Auburn, if Texas does win this next game, the title, anything, that Bert Auburn miss will be the most significant missed field goal in Texas history. Because as of right now, it couldn't have worked any better. But I think we are the team that we looked like we were before the overtime period. And we do go into lulls every single game. Quinn, obviously, he's not a mobile threat. He's not a deep ball threat. He's good for several stupid throws and turnovers every game. He self-sacks. And in these playoffs, they basically aren't calling penalties. Definitely not offensive penalties. So I know we have a great front seven and we're deep and we're going to roll in a lot of bodies, but I don't see us getting pressure on Will Howard pretty much all day. I don't. If you set the team, you ask me to set the over-under on team sacks, I'll put it at 1.5. I'm not certain we get 2 sacks the whole game. So for all the talent, I think Texas very arguably has a great argument to say that we have the best defense in the country. I don't think anyone would argue it's a top 3 defense. But it's going to be tough on Texas with no pass rush and with Ohio State having a better running attack than we do. I think they're going to kind of dominate us as much as a team as good as Texas is can be dominated. And for me, it comes down to quarterback. For me, it comes down to quarterback all day. I have no faith in Quinn Ewers. I hate what his starting position has done to the fan base and how at each other's throats everybody is. But, I mean, he is severely limited. It's no secret at this point. And again, if Bert Auburn kicks his field goal and makes it, then Quinn Ewers doesn't get to lead Texas to a win last week. And that's, you look back at his career, it's his 3rd year here. There's very few games where you can say, yeah, Quinn Ewers led his team to a win. It's more like Quinn steered the ship, overcame 1 or 2 of his own turnovers, overcame lots of 3-and-outs and short drives. And Ohio State looks like a machine right now. I frankly don't get it. What's today's date, by the way?
January 6th,
So today's Monday, and the game's on Friday, right?
the 10th.
Yeah. So for me, I'm going to revisit this after the game, and I hope and pray to be wrong. I believe we're going to need, like last week we had we blocked a field goal, they missed a field goal, we returned a punt for a touchdown. We got all that from special teams. We still went to double overtime with Arizona State. Like, our offense does not win games. Our offense all year, even in the Michigan game. We can't. Steve Sarkisian's scripted plays coming out early look great all year. And then we struggle. And I think too highly of Texas to predict like an actual blowout, like get the doors run off you. Although, honestly, an early turnover or 2 could do that. I have not thought of any kind of score projection or anything, but it wouldn't surprise me. Ohio State scores 30-something, and Texas struggles to get into the 20s. 38-20. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. And everything I'm reading online and watching online is here in Austin. People are a lot more up on Texas than everywhere else. Was watching Josh Pate's show today, and he said every single coach he talked to this week said Ohio State by double digits. Texas has no chance. That's From what I understand, that's what everyone else is saying. I happen to be in that camp. I would be Quinn Ewers, like, leading Texas to a win today, to me would be more shocking than the 96 Big 12 championship, for example. Or the Alabama win on the road, Quinn's best win ever, the win in Tuscaloosa. That's how shocked I would be. That's how shocked I would be. It would be an equal level. I did not think we would go to Tuscaloosa and win by double digits. That was shocking. And I will feel the same way if Quinn Ewers himself leads Texas to victory. I would be shocked. If we do win, I expect it to be low scoring, defense, Texas causing turnovers, Howard choking. We've beaten him multiple times. We were familiar with him from Kansas State. You know, he's never beaten us, I don't think. And we're going to have to cause turnovers, have to keep it low scoring, have to run the ball. Have to run the ball early, commit to running the ball, stick with running the ball, even if it means punting on some downs and just having to switch the field and trust our defense. I think that if we execute a game plan like that, the short passing game and sticking to the run game and keeping it close and being realistic with how we need to approach this game, that's our best path to victory. Running clock, limiting the number of possessions, never letting Ohio State go on these quick play scoring drives, getting the momentum, putting us behind the 8 ball, but making it a slugfest. You know, that's how I see us winning. Bert Auburn cannot be missing field goals. The defense has to be its normal self. The secondary, the linebackers, someone's going to have to make some turnovers. Again, I don't think we're going to get pressure on Howard. So the offense is going to have to simply do its part, but the game is going to have to be won by Steve Sarkisian and the defense. I think Steve Sarkisian's script, his play calling, his in-game adjustments, he knows who he's got, who he's working with. I think he has to set up a limited Texas offense to succeed, and I think what that looks like is running the ball, eating clock, sustaining drives, keeping it in front of you, limiting. I don't want Quinn throwing down the field very often. Really pick your spots. So I think the higher scoring the game is, I don't think Texas favors Texas at all. So I believe Ohio State is going to win pretty handily, and I think this could be a really depressing ending to this season. But I don't know. Everyone else in Austin seems to think differently. But unfortunately, that's how I feel. This will be. I will not have been as surprised in a win, if should we win, than I have since we beat Alabama on the road in Tuscaloosa. So I think we're really up against it. Can we win? Of course, but I would have Ohio State beating us 7-8 times out of 10 easily with the way things are going right now. So I think Ohio State wins fairly easily. I think we do struggle to run the ball. I think we do turn it over. And I'm just hoping it's not like a blowout.